Ladies and gentlemen, your voice, as you can tell, got this guy, the former Cruiserweight Champion, Tag Team Champion, and World Tag Team Champion, the Paul London.
Howdy.
It's been a long time in the making. We've been this, what, since February?
Yeah, was it about 6 months ago? Half a year ago. So, yeah, it kind of whizzed by, but it also seemed really slow.
Yeah, this year's going pretty slow and fast at the same time.
It's like a slow, fast year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm 30 next year, which is pretty
Happy
crazy.
early birthday in
October.
Oh, wait, next year or next?
Next year. I turned 29 this year.
Okay, you'll
And
turn
then-
30 next year.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. It's like, hey, you're skipping a year here. Oh, you're skipping October. Is 2 months away. Yeah, that's
All right. What got you into wrestling?
magazines. I've watched. Well, I never watched anything on TV. I was at the grocery store and I stumbled upon a WWF magazine that had like Hulk Hogan on the cover, clutching an American flag, and his skin looked like nacho cheese left unattended for like a couple minutes. It kind of develops that wet leather look, and I was like, what is this? This handlebar mustache, American flag stuff. So I flipped through the pages, and I really credit the photographers because the still images of these colorful, glistening gladiators. It was captivating, and I had to kind of make sense of it in my head, frame by frame, what it showed, and then I started watching it on TV. But yeah, it was just nothing like it. I was fortunate to come up in the early '90s, so I really caught a good part of that golden era, I think, of professional wrestling. I missed, as a fan, I missed witnessing the Von Erichs stuff. I was alive, I just wasn't aware of what pro wrestling was at the time. But yeah, magazines.
Did you ever get to face the late great Eddie Guerrero?
I did.
What was that like?
I got to work with Eddie many times. Oftentimes it would be Ray and I against Chavo and Eddie. Sometimes in a six-man situation. But then I got to work with Eddie on SmackDown, and that was a real turning point for me. Thank you so much. There's my. Thank you. Yeah, that was a huge turning point for me because it was a TV match, and I was in the hands of a master. I was able to kind of just let him take the lead, and it was a real pleasure because without giving too much away, it was like the most nervous, relaxed I've ever been. Nervous and not wanting to screw up, but relaxed in that I didn't have anything memorized, I didn't have anything planned. It was just kind of like listen and react, and he enjoyed it, and that was kind of the biggest feather in the cap for me, So.
Alright, let's go back to the 2005 Royal Rumble. No, yes. You're in the ring, Snitsky tries to eliminate you, you duck, and then you get clothesline. Whose idea was it for that spot? Because I actually watched that Rumble today. I'm like,
oh my god. Yeah, that was my idea. Nothing against Jane's creativity, but Royal Rumble was actually the event covered in that first magazine I ever picked up. So that instantly became my favorite event. So when I got to be a part of it, it was really a special thing for me. Oh my god, it's just like a dream come true to be in the Royal Rumble. There's only one, and it's through these guys. So then when we were going through it, I think in my head I wanted to be eliminated by Shawn or Cena or, just like, oh my god. So then they said, well, you're getting eliminated by Snitsky, and nothing against Gene, but it was just, I knew they didn't have plans for him because they had already kind of, this was after the baby kicking stuff that he did, the Not My Fault stuff. So I knew that they didn't really have plans for him at the time, so it was like, and he's eliminating me, what does that say about me? So I kind of took it as, we're going to make this really stand out. And that's what I came up with. I knew that I could do the rotation. I just needed the right dance partner. And Gene's great. I love Gene's dancing. He's one of my favorite people that I could share a locker room with, to be honest with you.
What was it like teaming with Brian Kendrick?
It was fun for the time. We were both young and hungry in different ways, hungry in similar ways. But we learned a lot and we grew a lot. But things change and people change. And he's a married guy, and I enjoyed it. I don't really have any regrets about any of it. I was happy I was able to do that with my friend, and it's something that I think it will always be there in the history books.
What were your thoughts when you got released from the WWE?
I think you go through kind of a numbness when you're there, and then you're not there anymore, and you're not given an explanation, you're not given a reason, and it's you can't help but feel a level of betrayal, and you do what you can to be loyal to a company, but you know that in a corporate structure there's no loyalty. So it was a real lesson for me, I think, just from a maturity standpoint. It was my first role in a corporate job, dealing with a bunch of soulless snakes. You know what I mean? So it was, it stung for a while, and then you move on,
If you were still with the WWE, who would you want to face?
Well, I would have wanted to face Cross because he's one of my best friends. AJ, we've always had fun matches together. There's a lot of people. Sami Zayn, I used to team with back in the day. Kevin Steen, or Owens, I used to have a lot of fun matches with. There's a lot of people out there that I had a lot of fun with. They're still friends of mine. Randy Orton. I don't really watch that show though. It's overproduced, in my opinion. So it's not for me.
I mean, they've done SummerSlam 2 nights and WrestleMania 2 nights.
Every pay-per-view is going to be 2 nights. It's overkill. It's overkill.
Any more questions I wrote down? I got one more here.
Yeah.
Favorite memory of Eddie Guerrero?
Funny thing is I had my nose broken by an unnamed 5-time champion, and when it happened, it was a careless accident on the other person's fault, or on the other person's part, just a careless, reckless accident. But it put my nose kind of over here. You can still kind of see it kind of curves a little to the right, like a little this way. So as I came back through the curtain, I remember Eddie, he grabs me by my face, he's like, "Let me get a look at you. Now you look like a wrestler." And he goes, "Bam!" It was like a love slap. It was like, "God damn. Oh, thanks, Eddie." And he's like, he knows his brother was he was like, "Nah, you look like a wrestler." Bam! I was like, "God damn." He helped me a lot. It was a real privilege to share a lot of things I learned from him. It was a real honor. And Chavo Classic and Chavo Guerrero, they helped me a great deal. Actually, whenever I'm in Phoenix, when I'm back, when I'm in the States, if I'm ever in Phoenix, I visit, I believe it's Green Acres Cemetery, but that's where he's buried, and every time I'm in Phoenix, I go to visit him.
He's been gone 20 years this year, which is...
Where does the time fly off?
Trigger, get out of here. Get out
Where
of
does
here.
the time fly off to?
Get out of here, Trigger, you cheater. You cheater.
That's right.
You cheater. Damn it,
That's
Ben.
right.
You had one job. You had one job, Ben. One job and you blew it.
Blew it.
You blew it, Ben. Where can people find you on social media?
My ex, Twitter or whatever, and social media for Instagram are the same. At London Fu, LONDONFU, for Kung Fu, not attitude adjustment or whatever.
Paul, this has been awesome. Thank you.
Joel, thank you. Real pleasure,
It's
buddy.
been-
I go deep. Yeah, right there.
Hey guys, Tommy Trigger sucks. You suck, Trigger.
You invited me to the interview?
Some champion doesn't even have his water. What are you harvesting?
I just put it in my car, that's why.
You're harvesting it.
Oh,
Oh, my bad
Oh,
shoulder.
yeah, good. Oh, yeah,
Should've
sorry,
used
sorry.
that. Oh, thanks, Joel.
All good. Trigger.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You want to interview me now? Or?